Hello, good afternoon to one and all. Like you, we are very much ready to go here and looking forward to a game that has been the topic for universal conversation in this part of the world for much of the last few days. It's dry at the moment, but the forecasters have warned us of impending rain. There's no certainty about that, but when it does come, it shouldn't affect the dynamics of a match which has so much riding on it. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
We're on the way. Fernandez, Neto, Luis, Akbar down shoot. Bruno Gomez! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Makassar finds himself eased off the ball, dashing forward at pace. As he picks him out, he's had a look. Big chance! Goal! PSM Makassar! First blood drawn.
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
PSM Makassar have an early lead. Good start. Felipe. Over to the left. Bruno tries to stroke it through. Sakai. Akbar down shoot. Akbar down shoot. Goes looking. PSM Makassar making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
Forward it goes. Marco, searching ball. That is not finding anyone. Neto over to the other flank. Zahrul, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full-contact contest.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Spreads it towards the left. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. PSM Makassar scored early, of course, and it's 1-0. And it's Felipe. Makassar looking to break out here. He's fouled him there. Sakai is onto it and can take it up. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And it's Sakai. To the left it goes. Down cheek. There's the half-time whistle. So there you have it. The sport half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now. Some first half thoughts?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
PSM Makassar are going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're already back underway here. PSM Makassar
Going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
just brushed off the ball there. Bruno. He's picked him out. Juran Fernandez. Neto. Victor. Risky Pratshammer. Oh, good interception. Marco. And it's played forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Neto. Sakai. He's through. And he's there to cut it out. Friendly. Makassar. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble.
He's going to be pulled back for that one. Zahrul gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Sakai is there, and he can get that clear. Really good feet. Tries to dink it in. He's gone for it! Oh, taken with style! Semen! Padang! Back on level terms! What about that, Jim Beglin?
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, this is not for the faint-hearted, Peter. This is hard and fast football.
Juan Fernandez. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Victor Makassar gets it back. Felipe plays it forward. And back to base. Juan Fernandez tries to get it forward quickly. Makassar. Bruno. He's got the ball glued to his feet. Looking for a decent ball in. There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Dinks one in. Vargas with the clearance. Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
PSM Makassar
Merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Levin has been caught there, it's a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Victor! Here's the rain we were told to expect. So, time added on will be 2 minutes. Levin, scorer already in the game. Lovely feet. They need to get it in quick. That is terrific skill. Up for the header! And with that, the final whistle. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment, and it ends all square. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.